There's nowhere that a person like you and Stichie would make so much money in the industry, and it at a situation where they're looking for $100,000. So you're telling me that the manager, the person that was in charge, the woman that was around, the wife, or nobody put anything as an investment that they could turn around? You're telling me that he don't have a house that they could take some equity out of it? You're telling me that he don't have a piece of land that you can take a loan against the land if it's possible? You're telling me, right, that none of this is in place?
Well, I'm created to sing it, gospel reggae, to worship him in spirit.
Welcome guys to this channel once again. My name is its_Kisaka. So pleased to have you back on this channel. If this is your first time on this channel, kindly subscribe to this channel, share it out, and remember to leave your sweet comments. To my return subscribers, thank you for taking your time to always come back to watch my videos. And greetings to my brothers and sisters from Jamaica. Guys, from the start of the video, you have a look at the Jamaican talking about Lieutenant Stichie. Lieutenant Stichie, whose real name is Clive Lang, is a prolific Jamaican artist, or rather DJ, who in the past was just generally a dancehall DJ, but later on gave his life to Christ and started giving out gospel reggae music. So Lieutenant Stichie has been sick. He has been having brain hemorrhage, and there are some artists that have come up to support him, and there are some people with different views. So out of these many views, this is the video that I've shared of a guy who I think is also an artist manager, has come out to talk about the situation in a good way. That is quoting his words about some of the things that artists face and how artists should run their finances and their life, so that in the eventuality of any trouble, any issue, they'll still manage and have something for their families. A GoFundMe account has been set up by the wife to Lieutenant Stichie. That is, the wife is Sophia Lang, with a message that saying that Lieutenant Stichie has suffered a brain hemorrhage that has left him unresponsive. This is a message that came from his wife. The GoFundMe is to allow the family to house Stichie in a long-term care facility for rehabilitation care. So this has been a message. At the time of recording this video, they are aiming at $100,000 but at the moment they have been able to collect around $14,000 all I wish to Lieutenant Stichie is quick recovery. By the stripes of Jesus Christ, I think you have been healed. Receive your healing. Hope you'll recover very soon and come back to entertain and keep on spreading the message of Jesus Christ. In such kind of situations, it can be financially draining to the family. And so some of the Jamaican artists have really shown support and have come out in large numbers showing the solidarity. That is, artists like the Spragga Benz and Bounty Killer have actually been standing together with Lieutenant Stichie. And this is evident from their messages. So like Spragga Benz is urging the Jamaica government, and he did this in his Instagram post, one of his Instagram posts, where he urges the Jamaican government to organize and bring about a big fund drive for Lieutenant Stichie. That is the fund drive he's suggesting to be held at the National Arena, Jamaica's National Arena. He posted this on his Instagram page and tagged along various Jamaican government officials, one of them being the Jamaican Prime Minister Andrew Holness. On the other hand, Bounty Killer has paid homage, referring to Lieutenant Stichie as his musical elder brother, and he is appealing to Jamaicans and all the people who know or have been impacted by Lieutenant Stichie in one way or the other to keep him in prayers. Lieutenant Stichie started singing way back long time ago, 1980s. I think 1983. I was in the secular world, and then he converted to Christianity and started singing Christian songs. So there is one of the artist managers who out of this situation, he came out to advise artists, Jamaican artists, about several things. I think let us look at the video and then I come back and share my opinion.
There's something that I want to talk about, and I'm not going to talk about it in a bad way. There's no need to talk about it in a bad way, but I will talk about it because I've been talking about this. I've been talking about this for a while, and I see it keep occurring over and over and over, and I want to shed a little bit of light on it, and also shed a light on it for myself too, my purpose, and for me to take the same advice, which I'm doing so the best as I can. So apparently, as you guys have seen in the news, where Lieutenant Stichie are in a conditional where they said that he need financial support for a medical procedure that he's going under. I heard that kind of news. I heard that he's in a coma. I don't know which one is true, but from sources that I know, I get some qualification that a lot of it is true and some of it is not true. So it goes back again to come around to let people understand something about music. And then let artists also be aware of this. Now, I ain't no spokesperson. I ain't the best person I read. I'm not a pastor, I'm not a deacon, I'm not a president. I am just speaking off of experience and also speaking off of what I know. Let me tell you something. Artists. I'm reaching out to artists and talking to artists, especially managers. Managers, I'm reaching out to managers. Managers that are managing artists. If you take up the responsibility to say that you're managing an artist, no, the artist may be stubborn and the artist don't want to listen or whatever it is, but as a manager, your duty and your job is to protect your artist, and your duty and your job is to make sure that your artist always be successful in life no matter what it is. Your duty and your job as a manager, that even if the artist is unruly, try to find a way, if you rate your artist and believe in your product, find a way to see if you can put a $20 away somewhere just in case of emergency. And as managers too, managers must do the right thing by the artist and do the right thing by themselves and do the right thing by music, right? It doesn't make no sense you have an artist and an artist have #1 song after #1 song and there's nothing done, where your music is just all over the place and you cannot, under any circumstances, have any form of control or can say, okay, you did this or you did that or whatever it is. Having a lawyer as a manager, when you have a company, it is very important to have a lawyer that will represent you, will represent your brand and represent what you're about, and also protect you and protect your artists. Every artist is entitled to have a lawyer, and every artist is entitled to have their accountants, and every artist is entitled to have who they want to have around them. But it happens so much in our reggae industry where these artists make hits after hits that a lot of us that grew up on. And when you look into it, is that later on, if something happens, they don't even have the first dollar to assist themselves, whether it's a medical emergency or whether it's a situation where they reach up in a age and they need a little bit more. Remember this: no managers and no artists is gonna last forever. And if we do not prepare for any of this or help others to prepare, then we're gonna have a problem like what we're having in our industry now, right? I can tell you this: artists make a lot of money. The money that artists make on a regular, the average person does not make that, not even a year. As a matter of fact, an artist can make enough money, can make up to 100,000, 50,000, 60,000, 300,000. It's all depend in 2 days. If they're a good artist and they have hits after hits, they could make thousands of dollars, money that some of you have never seen in your life, and it will take a lot for you to even see that money. No, it's for a manager and for an artist to take responsibility of his finance and also make the right decision. Once you're an artist and you're making thousands of dollars, the first thing you should do as an artist is make sure that you have an account secure, that you can put some money inside of it. Because remember this, being an artist or being a manager, you are your own boss, you're independent, and you are your own retirement. You have to make a decision that you want to go on your own and do whatever it is necessary for you to do, right, to survive. So therefore, you must follow all all the rules and follow everything of preparing yourself as a manager and as an artist. Therefore, if you're an artist and your manager give you money for your shows them, you should at least take at least 5,000 and 10,000 and invest it into something that's going to turn around. You may not cannot invest in a lot of things, but invest into something that later on, if worse come to worse and music goes down, you can turn around and say, all right, me have 5 houses, me can sell one to get me some bread. That means I can survive. If you take all your money as an artist and as a manager and spend it off on girl pitney and champagne and gold, I mean, if you buy gold and you buy it for investment and you're going to keep it, you know, so gold go up and gold go down and all that, that's an investment. It's like you're buying a house, right? Anything that you buy must can give you back the return 20 times or 10 times more than what you pay for it, right? Now, going out as an artist and as a manager and encouraging your artists or pushing your artists to buy champagne, book expensive hotel, fly up and down in a first class, do all of these manners of things, is gonna hurt their pocket at some point if they do not put their money to use, if they do not make the right decision. It will come a problem later on, and artists must remember this. Once manager gone, manager not only leaving, if they're a good manager, they're leaving with something. And as a manager, you must make sure that your artists leave with something and set up your artists as a business and set up your artists that they can be independent. Artists don't supposed to leave from around you as a manager and they don't have any good thing to say about you. You should always leave your artists, or your artist should always leave you where both of you benefit from the business some form of way. And at the same time, as a manager, you don't take an artist's money and go buy one car or buy one house or buy a piece of land and you know buy the artist something. The artist should benefit because your artists are the breadwinner, right? And the fact that the artist is a breadwinner now, that you have to make the right decision. Artists make a lot of money off a dub plate. A lot of money artists make off a dub plate. An artist can make $10,000-$20,000 on a weekend off a dub plate only, not even talking about shows. For an artist to make $10,000, that's, you could make $10,000 like in less than 20 minutes. Less than half an hour, you make 10,000. You could make $30,000 in one day. So much money you can make being an artist. But one of the problems that, and you know, the other day, I think I was saying something to my DJ or somebody. For example, I noticed a lot of Jamaican artists use the word to say that they are rich. And they're the artist thing. And how good they're doing. And all of that. And they're running the whole world. They have number one song from Billboard. They have how much car, how much Bentley, how much range, how much jewelry and all of that. But they still travel on a regular commercial airline with everybody else. They're still traveling in mini first class. They're still traveling in coach. They're still traveling in regular first class. I do not see one of these Jamaican artists buy one little plane or buy one little helicopter. One thing I can tell about a lot of the American artists, them always say they make more money than them. Some of them buy one little plane, whether it have a good engine or not, or they buy one little helicopter or something to carry themselves around. These Jamaican artists are making thousands of dollars. Thousands of dollars. And as an artist, when you're making thousands of dollars, ban your belly. Take a piece of money and go buy one piece of land somewhere. Don't matter if I up in a one bush or up a goat and cow there. Go buy a piece of land up there. Because that piece of land that you pay 5,000 right now, maybe end up can sell for 50,000 or 100,000. And next few months from now. You never know. A lot of Jamaican artists like to squander their money and do all kind of other manner of all kind of things. No, I'm not saying that's what he did now. I'm just holding a conversation. Don't get me wrong. I'm just speaking on a general. Because it's not just him alone are seeking money. There's other artists. A lot of Jamaican artists take their money and buy $300 and $250 and $400 bottle of champagne and dash it on ground. A lot of Jamaican artists are just going to just rent luxury place and rent luxury car just to walk and show off and all of that. And at the end of the day, let me tell you something. It's when I come into this industry, it's when I get into this industry fully, I realize and I understand how many Jamaican artists that want to glorify to the date that broke and pauperized. It's when I come in this industry fully, I get to understand how many Jamaican artists want to glorify and praise who are broke and pauperized. And you'll be surprised the name of these artists that want to see day by day in jewelry and clothes and Instagram and shows after shows. And they can't pay rent for somewhere. Them don't live nowhere good. They don't live anywhere good. As a matter of fact, some of these Jamaican artists meet these girls on the road and put these girls in a luxury apartment and then don't have an apartment. Then buy these girls the most expensive ear, human hair and 24-inch and 30-inch and all of that. And they do not live anywhere and they would not spend some money on themselves. A lot of these Jamaican artists that I know that are in this predicament right now, who don't have a dollar, and they make millions of dollars. Millions. What I mean millions, let me tell you something. If a Jamaican artist who have hit song after hit song tell us that he make 50 million in 1 year, don't doubt him, believe him. Music is like drugs money. I always use this word, it's like drugs money. The money is there so much to make that after a while, if you don't realize and all of that, the money becomes like a regular life in front of you where you don't care anymore, because you can get the money anytime you want to get it. And I don't understand how a manager would manage an artist and you don't set up your artist or have your artist start to think about investing in real estate or investing into something that would benefit them later on, instead of invest their money into Ear Bank. You know why? Ear Bank is not for you. It is for you and for somebody else and somebody else and somebody else and somebody else and somebody else. It's not for you. So when you invest all your money in Ear Bank can move on to somebody else and your investment gone with Ear Bank, and that Ear Bank is getting another investment that is going on top of their investment, and you still there behind a cuss and a complaint and a say, boy, the woman this and the woman that and all, when it's you put yourself in that predicament. It is a shame and disgrace to see that some of these artists who have benefited so much and make so much money never take a dollar and buy a full cup. You know, years ago, I was in a situation where I could not even find a dollar. I could not even buy gas for my vehicle. I was in a situation where I could not even pay my car payment. I was in a situation where I can tell you what it feels like and how long it takes for the motor vehicle commission to send you a letter to tell you that, okay, you must present your insurance paper to them as they're going to cancel your registration. I know about all of that. I can tell you what it feels like to not pay your car payment, and it's coming down to that time where if you not pay it, they're going to repo your car. I know what it feels like. And when you go through those things in our life and you sit down and you look within yourself and say, no, happen no. Something got to go. You find yourself in a situation where you have to take up your life in your hand and make decision that you can save $1 over there. So, because you know the most beautiful thing is when you know so you save $1 and you run into problem and you can go dry it and you don't have to borrow from nobody. Because people gonna say, well, you was the biggest and you was that. Where did your money go? And you do not want nobody to embarrass you, so you must always try to prepare. Meet them somewhere along the run, even if you want $1. Right? And you only have 50 cents. You should have something to put to the table. That means that you can meet them. I do music. I do management. I'm up and down traveling the world. I'm still doing my construction. Still doing my construction same way. I still have people working for me same way. I still move scrap metal same way. I do all the things that I need to do, because guess what happened? You cannot depend on one thing, you have to depend on more. Let me tell you something. The best thing you can do as an artist, if you know so you're overseas or you live overseas and you make your money, go to Jamaica, open up a bank account. It's easy to open up a bank account. It's easy to open a bank. If you're over US and you can't save your money and you have a money problem, go to Jamaica, open up a bank account. So you have the account them set up whichever way it is. Right? There's so much way that you can save the money and do whatever it is if you live overseas. You don't need to give no manager no money for your save. You don't need to give no sister, you don't need to give no brother and all that. You can travel or deal with your business. Put who you put on your account. If you don't want to put nobody on it, put nobody on it and all that. Whatever you chose to do and all that. But these are things that you can do as an artist or as a manager, whether you're a photographer, you're a video man, you're a designer, you're a DJ, whatever it is that you play out in the music industry. There's ways that you can save your money. If you know, say, you have money problem, then there's different other avenues that you can do. Buy things that when you buy things with it, that you can sell it back later. The music that you're in, you should have ever can look back a year from now, 6 months from now, and say, all right, me never get everything in music, but me have one full cover, me have one piece of land. Me have some jewelry worth over 100,000, 50,000. Me can go sell some of them and buy whatever it is. You shouldn't have to look back in a music couple of years and then all you can think about when you look back, you only say you have 5 pitney or 10 pitney or 12 pitney. And you can look back and talk about who you was, what you was doing, and you don't have nothing to show out of music. You understand what I'm saying? Pitney is all good, but you shouldn't only can show say you have one bag of pitney where you have to take care because those pitney need money. You have to take care of them. You should have some form of asset to show say, alright, may achieve this out of music and all of that. This is what we get and all that. Then you can rally banks for it. It's too much problem in the music industry with these artists that they don't put their money to use. Right? It's time to wake up and understand a new time now. Technology is different. Everybody can. There's different avenue. There's things that you can do. You feel me? So I'm not here beating anybody or cussing anybody because some of these artists from back in the days, they don't have the money. They didn't save their money. They didn't register their music. And some of them, there's money out there for them. They just need to get a lawyer, pay the lawyer the money, and make the lawyer search when they need to search, and they can get their money, their royalty, and all that. They can take care of themselves. You understand? You have to put your music money to use. The young generation, them, one thing I like with some of these young generation now, in the music, they might buy house, they might buy car, they might buy everything, they might buy land and things like that. The other older entertainers, they never used to do that. And when land was cheap, they could have buy land when land was only 1,000 and 2,000, 3,000. They never buy none of these lands. And now the land that they could have buy 10 years ago, see, 5,000 or 3,000, now it costs 20 and 30,000, they don't have that money to buy it when they have. They could have buy tons of land them time there. You feel me I say? So me just shine a light on these things and tell say, yo, it's enough to start think about these things. Think about these things.
So there you have it, guys. You have a look at the video, and from the start, this Jamaican artist manager is saying that he comes in peace. He didn't have the intention to do this video to attack Lieutenant Stichie or any other artist, just for advice. And in this video, he has shared some very important points of wisdom. He has said that being an artist, one should have a manager, and the relationship between the manager and artist should be fruitful. An artist and the manager should ensure themselves in doing the contracts, in signing the contracts, in getting into deals. They should do it with professionalism. They should have like lawyers when getting the deals, so that it doesn't bring issues eventually or along the way. They should ensure their future. They should secure their future. They should know that there's a life after music. One should not just be getting excited and overspending things in unnecessary, overspending their income or their money in unnecessary things. He has also told them to seek for financial advice, to be financially literate. They say that you can be educated, but you cannot be educated financially. That is, you can be a doctor, a professor, or in any other profession, but when it comes to the issues to do with money, one is illiterate. That you can find somebody spending money anyhowly, or buying liabilities, things that don't add value, or things that depreciate, things that don't appreciate in value, things that when you are in trouble, you can't sell out and get something out of it. So he has advised them to seek for financial advice and also financial literacy. Like for instance, investments, they should purchase things like land, immovable assets, and also invest in things like stock, things that will add value in their lives. Also, in terms of professionalism, in whatever they do, they should do it professionally, like signing the deals, registering their music, getting sponsorship deals, etc., etc. They should also be having lawyers and accountants. He has also shared something very interesting. In quoting his words, he's saying that the music business is like a drugs business. There's a lot of money. There's a lot of money involved in music business. They make a lot of money in hours. That is in terms of dub plays, the shows, and the sponsorship. So this money should be invested wisely, not in women, not in things that don't add value. He has also said something that is very important. Both the managers and the artist should benefit with each other. The benefits should be mutual. It should be mutual. It should be a win-win situation, not a situation where one party is winning while the other party is disadvantaged. This guy has really And he has also showed by example in his video. He is working on something. He's saying that he is in the business of managing artists, but he doesn't only base on one thing. He has a number of portfolio investments. He invests in, like in this video, he's building a garage. He's an artist manager. At the same time, he has some of his other business. So in this part of this video, he has talked about Lieutenant Stichie. You know, Lieutenant Stichie has been in the industry for quite a long, and it is alleged that Lieutenant Stichie has a number of investments and has been earning quite some good amount of money. So there are some people who are wondering and asking themselves, why is it that Lieutenant Stichie has been in the industry for a long time and yet they are coming out to request for some funding? You know, I'll tell them one thing. Lieutenant Stichie, first, he is a gospel artist. You know, when you are a gospel, and even I should not call him artist, gospel artists are known as gospel ministers. They minister the word, and they are not there after money. They are there to spread the word of God, to spread the good news to people all over the world. So in as much as there's some financial benefit that he gets out of it, any good musician should not base all his thoughts on the financial benefits, but the main aim should be glorifying God and ensuring that the word of God is spread all over the world. So you cannot blame Lieutenant Stichie that he has been earning. You don't know what he has been doing behind the scenes. Another thing I'll tell each and everyone looking at or viewing this video is that when you are sick, sickness tend to get a big toll in a person's finance. Sickness drains a lot of income. A lot of money is spent in treatment. You see, some diseases like cancer, diabetes, they tend to drain a lot of money from people. So you don't know what they have been going about. You know, despite of this, he is still the breadwinner. He has to feed his family. He has to provide for his family. He has to treat himself. So at times it can be overwhelming. It can be difficult. All in all, he has been receiving a lot of messages of people wishing him the best, wishing him quick recovery, because he has been there for a long time and he has touched the lives of so many people. So guys, thank you. This has been the video for today. My prayer is that all these artists should come and show support, and also something concrete should be done with the Jamaican artists. Advice should be given. Also, I forgot one of the advice that he gave them, that if, you know, most of the Jamaicans are living in the diaspora, and you find some of these artists are staying in the diaspora, his advice is that if some of you are in the diaspora, you can find a way to open bank accounts in Jamaica so that it becomes easier to transact and invest. Generally, he has been talking about investment and taking care of your future, because there's death, there's sickness, and there's any eventuality. Generally in this life, there's nothing that is permanent. At some point, you'll have to change. At some point, you'll grow old, and so forth. So thank you. Cheers, guys. This has been the video for today.